Hello, my dear students. Welcome to the online classes. The second unit of second part is discussing about Basava. So, in our last class, we have discussed about the Basava and his introductory part. So, Basava is one of the social reformer who belongs to a 12th century. So, we have discussed about his life sketch, but that Basava was born in Karnataka in 1131. So he was like Bijapur, Bagewadi of Bijapur, Karnataka. So he was a renowned philosopher who was contributed his ideas to the society. So he was given a kind of concepts like socio economic and religious concepts. So he was given his philosophy to the society, and he was given his philosophy to the politics. He was given his philosophy to the untouchability. So these are the things he was contributed. So in our last class, we have seen a basic introductory part about his ideas. So then let us discuss about the socio-economic and political and also religious conditions of Basava's period. Means the 12th century socio-economic conditions in Karnataka or in India. So if we discuss in detail about these things, during the 12th century in India, or else in Karnataka, so there are different situations are there. The society was completely, there is no freedom, equality, and liberty. So it means there are the denial of the basic values of the human beings like liberty, equality, and justice. These are the values are denied by the rulers. So in those days, the most of the dominance is from the religion point of view. So the religious domination is more, but now it is a democratic state now. So in those days there is no democracy. So there was a denial of liberty, equality, and justice. So hence, the ruler of Bijala, who ruled the Bijala, a part of Karnataka, Bijala means Bijala is one of the area which is a Bijala means a ruler. The Bijala ruler who ruled the area of Kalchuri dynasty in the Karnataka. So the ruler of Kalchuri dynasty is Bijala. He was very cruel while he was ruling by making a Basavakalyani as his capital city. He was completely denied the liberty, equality, and justice to the common people. And there was no freedom or liberty to the woman in the society. So these are the situations are enlightened to the Basava's mind. So Basava was meet his contemporaries like Channa Basvanna, Akkama Devi, Muktayakka, Allam Prabhu, Siddharama. So and Devara Dashmahi. So like this, there are contemporaries who are questioned, who are raised their voice against the Bijala's rule. So Basava also joined with them and raised their voice against the Bijala's rule. So he was influenced, Basava was influenced by then the Kalchuri dynasty socio-economic and political conditions. So there is no freedom, there is no liberty, there is no equality in the uh, Bijala rulers of Kalchur dynasty. So then they were raised their voice. So among them, Basava was one of the most renowned philosopher who raised their voice against the Bijala ruler and about the society. So he was contributed his ideas to the society. So he was raised his voice against what are the situations or conditions prevailed in the society in those days. So, in against to that situations, he was raised his voice, particularly in South India, South Indian part of the state Karnataka. So, if we go to the social philosophy of Basava, so according to Basava, so Basava opposed the, even though he was belongs to a Brahmin, but he was opposed to the situations which are literally mentioned in the ancient literature, like Smritis, like Manusmriti. According to Manusmriti, the society is divided into four varnas, like Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Shudras. These situations were opposed by the Basava. So the concept of Aryans who are migrated from the Southeast Asia in Vedas times. So these are the things was questioned by the Basava, and he was raised his voice against the Varna system. So here the Varna means color, and according to this Varna system, the Brahmins are considered as superiors, but Basava stated all are human beings are equal. There is no superiority, there is no inferiority. So he supported the equal society. He raised his voice against the inequality in the society. So that is why he was called as a renovant philosopher of modern era. So then he was desired men and women equality. So then why? Because the men and women were not treated equally in those days. There were so much of prejudice against the woman. There was a discrimination against the woman. So the women were subjugated in every aspect, like socially, economically, and politically, even religiously. So in recent times, we have seen that women are not entered in the temple. So Ayappa Swami temple, the woman was not entered, not permitted to enter. So these kind of discrimination has taken place in those days. So he was opposed to these things. then then he was Basava was questioned, and he was not only questioned the Varna system, he was also questioned about the caste system. So he considered that caste is the worst enemy of the society. So he was given priority to the basics, like basic values like liberty, equality, and justice, and fraternity. So these liberty, equality, and fraternity was the ideas of French revolutions. So later in later age, 1779, the French Revolution ideas are liberty, equality, and fraternity. But before French Revolutions, the Basava was identified or given priority to these concepts like equality, liberty, equality, and fraternity in those days. And he strongly opposed the myth of the uh, Vedas concept. So, according to Vedas or the Smritis, or according to Rig Veda, the Manus, according to Manus, the entire society is divided into four varnas like Brahmins, Vaishya, Kshatriyas, and Shudras. So, but according to in the Manu Smriti, the Rig Veda explained that the Brahmins are born from the head of Brahma, and Kshatriyas are born from the shoulders, Vaishyas are born from the thighs, and Shudras are born from the foot or legs. So this myth is completely opposed by Basava in those days. So he was given priority to the occupations. So that is why he said that, Basava said that the caste is nothing but the occupational or functional groups. So he stated the society is divided into four varnas. It is absolutely wrong, the wrong concept. But the caste system emerged in the society that based on the occupations. If someone is doing business, he may called as a traders, no problem. But someone is doing agriculture, he was called as a farmers, no problem. But this is the idea it was given. But the superiority thought that Brahmins are born from the head is denied these things. He was opposed to these things, this concept. So, like this, the Basava was explained his ideas. So, and he was fight. The second concept is Basava was very enthusiastically fight against the concept of untouchability. In the 12th century, the untouchability system is very much in practice in those days. So he was, even though he was Brahmin, but he was treated the untouchables as human beings, and he was opposed to the concept of untouchability. So he was given priority to the occupations. Anybody can do any work, anybody can make or prefer or give importance to any work as per his own wish. He was supported these things. So that is why he was established Anubhava Mantapa. So Anubhava Mantapa is nothing but it's like a parliament. So those who are eligible to rule the society, they are the leaders. So అనుభవ మంతప అనేది ఇట్స్ లైక్ ఏ పార్లమెంట్. సో ఈ రోజుల్లో ఏ విధంగా అయితే మోడర్న్ ఎరాలో పార్లమెంట్గా ఉందో, సో ఆ విధంగా అనుభవం మంతప అనే కాన్సెప్ట్ వాజ్ బిల్డ్ బై ద బసవ. సో ఇన్ అనుభవ మంతప ఈ వాజ్ వెల్కమ్ టు ఆల్ ద కాస్ట్స్. అంటే అనుభవ మంతప అనే ఒక సంఘంలో అందరిని ఆహ్వానించాడు అతను. సో ఇన్ అనుభవ మంతప దేర్ ఆర్ బ్రాహ్మిన్స్, వైశ్యాస్, క్షత్రియాస్ అండ్ శూద్రస్, అన్ని రకాల వర్గాల వాళ్ళు దాంట్లో ఉండేవాళ్ళు. సో దోస్ హూ ఆర్ మెంటల్లీ, ఫిజికల్లీ ఫిట్, దే ఆర్ ఎలిజిబుల్ టు రూల్. బట్ ద రూలింగ్ సిస్టమ్ ఈజ్ నాట్ షుడ్ బి బై ద hereditary system. So he opposed to the hereditary system of rulings. So that is why he was strongly opposed to the untouchability system. And he was given his philosophy to the economical point of view. So economic philosophy, it is called as economic philosophy. So in economical philosophy, he was given more priority to the Kayaka and Dasoha. So here Kayaka and Dasoha means the work, the production and distribution. So Kayaka means production and Dasoha means distribution. So he was given priority to the production as well as the distribution. So someone may produce something and they may distribute that thing to others, and others may be produce something and they may distribute to that thing to others. So like this, he was given priority to the economical philosophy in economical point of view, that the Kayaka and the Soha. And he was also given priority to the political philosophy. In political philosophy, he was given more priority, importance to the concept of democracy. So we can say that the Basava or Basaveshwara is the first Indian thinker who was started the system of deliberation and discussions. So the present today the Council of Ministers are doing the deliberations and discussions about the policy formulations. So same likewise, thus system was given priority by Basava. So in according to Basava, the rulers have to do the deliberations and discussions over the ruling system. So that is why he was established Anubhava Mantapa. In Anubhava Mantapa, the rulers, the leaders have to discuss the contemporary issues of that society. So he was supported the concept of democracy. So in the democracy there is a priority to the equality. So all are equal. So there is no hierarchical system in the democratic system. So that is why he was given priority to the concept of equality. So he was mobilized the people by his writings. His writings were in a vachanas format. So he was given his thoughts, his ideas in the form of vachanas. So he was try to explain his concept in the form of vachanas, and he was given not only priority to the equality, he was given priority to the freedom. So everybody should give freedom, each and every person, woman, irrespective of their color and caste, each and every person have to give the freedom. So like this he was given priority to the freedom, and he opposed the slavery system. So he opposed the slavery system. So if we go to the ancient philosophy, the slavery system was supported by Aristotle. So he was supported the slavery system, but the Basava was supported opposed the slavery system, and he was given priority to the secularism. What is secularism? Secularism is nothing but the the irreligious concept. So there is no priority to the a particular religion. So according to the secularism, all the religions are treated as equal. There is no superiority to the Hinduism. There is no inferiority to the Buddhism or Christianity or Islam. So all the religions which are availed or prevailed in the society in those days are treated as equal. So this is called secularism. He was given priority to the concept of secularism. So not only the Basava or Basaveshwara, his colleagues, his contemporaries like Muktayakka, Akkamadevi, Chenna Basavana. So like this, there are some eminent personalities in those days. They were tried to eradicate the evils of the society in those days, and he was also supported the anti-corruption system. He was opposed to the corruption, so he was supported the anti-corruption. So he stated that the corruption is the one of the most important evil of the society. So that is why he was given importance to eliminate the corruption, so eradicate the corruption from the society. So he was mobilized the people by his writings, by his vachanas. So like this he was given his ideas to the society, and he was also given important to the woman emancipation, so woman empowerment. So he was opposed to the gender discrimination. So according to him, there should be a new social order. In the new social order, the men and women are treated equally in all aspects. The women are given education. The women have given the political rights, social rights, each and every aspect. The woman was given priority or identified by. So that is why Basava vision is a very clear that a casteless society. So Basava was dreamed about the casteless society or equal society, a, like discriminateless society. So there should be no discrimination in the society on the grounds of caste, on the grounds of gender, on the grounds of religion, or else. So he was dreamed about the casteless society. So and casteless society, and also he dreamed about the classless society. So he was given the equal society, priority to the equal society. Then Basava also given importance to the uh, modern approaches. So the society has to be developed. So he was thought that the society has to be developed in all aspects. So in all aspects, including with the effort of all the persons, irrespective of their caste, class, and region, and religion, and gender. So he was dreamed about the caste and classless society. So that is why Basava is considered as one of the most important modern philosopher who was explained about the concept of Anubhava Mantapa and gender discrimination and gender equality. So that is why he was considered as the medieval periods the political philosopher of India. So his ideas are still relevant in the modern time, in the contemporary time. Even today, his ideas of gender equalities, even today there is no gender equality in society. Still the women are treating as subordinates to the men. The gender equality has been on the paper, a theoretical frame, but when it comes to practicality, each and every house and each and every family, the woman has treated unequal even today. So the women are treated as the equipment of kitchen. So this has been opposed by the Basava and the contemporary feminists. So go through the Basava's videos from internet and build up your knowledge about Basava. Okay, bye, take care.